I think the problem with his generation of musicians is there's no connect to the history and the grandness of the history of this music. You know, the beauty of it, that the reason I was attracted to it. You know, for me, you know, when I went and I saw someone like Jimmy Anderson, who was a tenor saxophonist from the Newark area, and Jimmy would be, and he, you know, of the two, Jimmy was he was a very brash cat. You know, he would tell you what he thought in no uncertain terms. So like Eddie Lockjaw Davis was when I worked with him. You know, he just tell you, you're not swinging, and he'd curse you out, and then he'd say, don't take it personally, it's just about the music. You know, but I see him practicing like hours and hours and hours, and he's just got a gig down the street at a bar, but he wants the music to be so beautiful that, you know, he wants to practice. And, you know, this is the beauty of some of the music, where it's something that someone like Alex Hoffman will never really understand, that if he can make the statements he made. You know, all the people that I came up with in Newark, you know, of that generation knew Wayne. Wayne was not a superstar to them. Wayne Shorter, he was a compatriot, a comrade, you know, that they just treated as someone fortunate enough to get some major gigs and play in major venues, but he was just a musician like all of the rest of them. And, you know, he devoted his life to this music. So, you know, I mean, anybody who devotes their life, whether they're famous or not famous, but they devoted their life to this music, you know, I'm not talking in their 20s. I don't know where he's going to be when he's in his 40s. You know, but if anybody who's devoted their life to this music, first of all, needs to be given a certain amount of respect.
Yeah, respect is certainly important, and it's great to get your take on it, especially knowing the Newark musicians and kind of understanding that scene and kind of the scene that Wayne might have come out of.
You know, I talked about the Phipps family, and one of my good friends who recently passed away was Billy Phipps. I played on his last record before, about a year and a half or 2 years before he passed away. One of the most beautiful cats I met in my life, you know. I can't think of a better person than him. And I did an interview with him, in fact, where he talked about his connection to the Shorters and how the Phipps and the Shorters were always, people thought they were related, but they weren't, but they were just so close.
Yeah.
And they played together in many bands, you know. And the Phipps family is sometimes called the first jazz family in Newark. So, you know, even though I've never met the Shorters, I know a great deal about them from Billy Phipps and, of course, Nat Phipps and just everybody in Newark.